Hey guys, Kev here, and I have an unboxing to do for you. This package here comes by way of my friends over at White Mountain Knives. I'm going to unbox it with the Malibu, the channel mascot right here. Love this knife. I'm trying to get one of the new knurled handled Malibus as they drop. Hopefully I can pull that off at some point. But we have a few knives here, guys, so put this away. The good folks over at White Mountain Knives, Justin and Michael, have sent me some stuff to check out. I'm not sure exactly what's in here. I can't remember everything we talked about. And there we go. We got 3 knives. There was one other one I think I wanted to check out, but I was going to buy that, I think, so that might be coming separately somehow. But yeah, so we have 3 knives. We have a PMP, we have a Kizer, and we have an AM8 knives. So let's just start from right to left and work our way down. Start off with this PMP right here. This is called the BigBoy. So I saw this on their site in their, new section or whatever, and I just thought it would be interesting to check out. It looked like a big flipper knife. It kind of reminded me of the Urban EDC Supply. Sorry, I have another knife right here, the F5. The Nessie reminded me, oh, it's an F5 from Urban EDC. Reminded me of the Nessie from Urban EDC Supply. So I don't know. I just was like, hey, I'll check that out for sure. They sent me these as loaners to check out, so they are going to be going back when I'm done, unless I, love one or something. There you go, PMP knives. I like their pouch. It's definitely unique, a little bit different than a lot of other ones, a little more sturdy, I guess you could say. And here we go. So it's plain titanium. Looks like it has a reversible wire clip. Cool. I didn't even see that. Feel that D10 now. It's 14C 28N. Listening to the people here. We have a dead centered blade. I don't know who makes PMP knives, whether it's somebody, it's obviously somebody in China. I just don't know who. Ooh, okay. This is pretty cool. It actually fits my hand pretty well. I was a little worried about this area here pinching a little bit. Oh, oh no, I thought it was an inset lock. Whoops. It's thinner than it looks. It's called the BigBoy, but it's not that thick. I mean, if we're talking about, let me get my calipers here. We obviously need to zero this out. Yeah, 0.5 on the thickness. It's not that thick. Woo! Drops. That flipper tab is odd, man. It's like pointed down, but has jimping there. So you can fail it. But, I mean, that was... Oh, I don't know if you can, honestly. Feels good. It's got a good flipper tab on it. I like that. It does feel a little bit odd. It feels a little too thin. I know that sounds weird. 0.5 is not... That seems off, doesn't it? Because I believe this is 0.5 as well. Yeah. Almost the same. So where'd those calipers go? Right here. .5, well, it was a little bit, 0.51, 0.5. Yeah, so this is actually like, what, now it's 0.7? What's going on here? So let's use this section. 0.48. Okay, that's a little bit more reasonable. Let's see what this is. 0.5. Okay, all right. Well, it's in that ballpark, but it definitely felt thinner than 0.5, like I said originally, so it's a little bit less than that. Feels good, though. Those calipers are trash, by the way, so could be just it's not good at those micro measurements. Yeah, this feels pretty good. I'm actually digging it. Do I love it? Like I'm going to go run and buy one? I don't think so, just because it's flipper only. But if you're looking for a PMP knife, you like flippers, you want... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just did a knife ramble about me cutting paper and how somebody, people in the comments always tell me it's useless. I just do it for me. Like, I'm doing it to see if the edge, how it is, right? Like, I'm not sitting here saying this knife is amazing because it cuts paper. Like, if it doesn't cut paper, we're in trouble, It's got a relatively thin stock. I hate that I keep pulling out these calipers, but let's do it. .11, .09. See, these things suck. Maybe I should use the tips. .10. Let's get down here. There. .12, I think, is .13. Okay. Yeah, I'm no longer allowed to measure anything. It's relatively thin stock and a tall blade. So that flat grind, basically a full flat, comes down to a really thin edge. I'm really digging this. It drops shut. Detent's on point. It's obviously on bearings. Stock brass cage bearings. Huge. Yeah, guys, it's a good one. Now, one thing that's going to bug me is it looks like it's going to be a T6, so hang on. I'm guessing we're looking at T8 up here. Yep. And then T6. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? T8? T8? Sorry. Let's see. Let's reverse this bitch. So you just get a simple screw. Oh, simple screw. Another simple screw. Yeesh. Sorry, I'm getting my backpack B yeesh on today. Love Brent. Copy everything he says because it fucking cracks me up. Okay, Kev. Okay. Let's focus here, bro. No way. There's no way it's supposed to sit like that. So let's do this. That one's not in there. See that? That left side just not wanting to sit in there. Oh, I think I got it. Now we gotta, fuck. Oh, nice, okay. Usually you can't just slide it in on top like that. There we go. We are in. I like that. I mean, that's pretty dang secure that they have the extra little tabs at the bottom there, but it does make it a little bit harder to reverse the clip. But there we go. We got a lefty clip on here. And I like it has a little filler tab kind of thing. You see these little notches? Those are from the clip. So you're going to get those on this side. So I'm effectively ruining this knife. I kind of feel bad about that now, so I don't know if I can't undo it. It's already scratched. Sorry. Shit. Didn't think of that. But yeah, it's really nice. Really good in hand. It does feel like it's made by a good OEM. It's got a little real steelage to it. You know, I don't know who makes their knives. I think I found out recently that Real Steel is not an OEM. They have knives made by people, or maybe they just use other factories as well. I'm not sure. But this has that feel to it. I like it a lot. So that's the PMP Big Boy. That's a good one, guys. Next, we have a Kizer. You guys know I love me the Kizers. This is the XL Begleiter button lock everybody's been going off about. You're going to see this, you know, 2 weeks in the future, so it might already be over by then, but that's how I roll. That's how I roll, dog. Right here. Begleiter XL. Why aren't you... What's your deal? What's your deal? There you go. Azo design. Steel liner, micarta. 154. 4-inch blade or 3.9. Whatever you want to do. You want me to get the calipers out? Not a fan of this natural micarta, but I believe this is a White Mountain Knives exclusive, and he does that color a lot. Eesh. Let's see how that feels in a second. Oh, we got another reversible clip here. It's like reversible clip day up in here. I don't know what the next one is, if it's reversible, so we could come to an end. Oh, yeah, we're definitely coming to an end on that one. Now, this was much easier. But I must say, I do like a wire clip better, so. Oosh. I think that was more of the bit. I mean, I just replaced this, so. That's why T6s suck, guys. Especially if you get them with shallow tooling, which sucks. So, this is the XL Begleiter. Ooh, that felt good. Ooh, that felt good. Centering is dead on. That's okay. I mean, I can fail it real easy. But if you flip it, it flips. So, you know, not the end of the world here. This is what usually happens on a dual deployment knife like this, you know. One of the deployments is going to be better than the other, right? This thumb flick is much better. But I will say the flipper works well. They did a good job. It's not a super spongy detent on the button lock. They're usually really spongy. This one's pretty good. Comes right out. I don't love the design of the flipper tab. This knife has never had a flipper tab, the Begleiter. I don't like, it's a little bit pokey right here, and I don't know. I kind of wish it was angled this way a little more. Like, I wish it was aimed this way so the jimp was more slanted. So I got, I don't know, a better grip or something. I don't know. Yeah, because you can't do the push button basically because of it. But these studs and that, ooh, that reverse flick. Hello. Now, one issue with the reverse flick on these button locks I've found is, as a lefty, your finger is right there on top of the button. So you go to flick it, and your finger's like depressing the button, and it kind of weakens the detent because you're almost letting it out a little bit. So you got to move your finger down or something and then get it. It's just a little awkward. I can't really find a great spot to put my finger. And then the knife is actually slipping out of my palm now in this scenario. So just like naturally, I want to do this. This is where my fingers want to be, right on the button. So it messes it up. I'm sure I can learn to go above it or something. So the reverse flick's not great for me, not ideal. Now right-handed, bang, right? Ooh, has a little ting. Hold on, wait for it. Yep. It's got a little bit of the rattle. Kizer rattle going on. A little bit, but it's okay. These liners are shadow boxing. Or shadow box liners, whatever you want to call them. There's milling on the inside. This is a 4-inch blade, guys. This is a big one. This is a big boy. That PMP Big Boy is not quite that big. I think the big... Oh, never mind. That's pretty big, actually. So I think this is 3.9, close to 4 inches. That one's got to be 3.8, 3.75. Here's the Malibu for size reference, 3.3 on that guy. So it's a biggin. He's your biggin. Another button lock for you. But do I love it? I don't know. I do think it's fidgety fun. Would I prefer it to be, you know, a 3.75 size? Yeah. Even 3.5. You know, just to make it easier. Yeah, I'm having this problem with these button locks, man. Whatchamacallit? The Kizer Cormorant had the same problem. And I think it's because of the way they do the button. Like on the Malibu, it's kind of like it's basically flush with that pocket. If that makes sense. It's flush with that pocket. So if I were to like reverse flick or something, I can just put my finger right around the button. It's not going to push the button because I'm on that pocket. On here, the button sits way proud of the pocket. So you're just, if you put any pressure down, it's leaking out, right? Here I can put pressure around it. Nothing's happening. I'm squeezing down, right? So that's what's the problem with a lefty doing a reverse flick on the button lock is you just naturally are in this area and you're going to push that button and cause the detent to weaken. You can do it, obviously, but this would be way better, you know, to flick. So it does kind of dampens the knife a little for me as a lefty. The ergos are solid. It feels pretty good in hand. I do feel a little bit of a squeeze. Like I'm feeling these liners shifting in my hand when I squeeze down, but nothing crazy. 154 cm. Look at that. I even did a curly Q. Never done one of those before. It's got a good edge. Or it's got a good factory edge, whatever the hell you want to call it. But yeah, it works. Flipper tab's good. Like I said, detent's not like uber awesome, but like it's good. It's gonna work very well for what you're looking for here. It's got a little weight to it. Right-handed, it's definitely a little better than left-handed. Just because you can do that reverse flick without even thinking. Left-handed, without thinking, just hit the button every time. It's just how it works. So that sucks. Okay, that's the Begleiter XL. Again, pretty sure this is a White Mountain Knives exclusive. I think they were sold out already by the time I got to it. But luckily, Justin over there is a good dude, and he sent me one to check out. Anyway, so really appreciate that. By the way, guys, you can use my code LeftyEDC at checkout at White Mountain Knives, and you'll get 10% off as well as free shipping in the United States. So definitely worth using. The last one here is the AM8 Knives 001 BK. And this is actually a Miguron knife, or as my good buddy Backpack B would say, Miguron. He says it like two different words. Miguron. Miguron. I love it. I'm just messing with you, bro. I love you. Okay, so you get a little patch. Get a little dedicated to bringing you high-end knives. It's the first one they ever did, but okay. This is actually Miguron, and they somehow created a sub-brand. QC passed. Keep that in mind if I start bitching. They created a sub-brand for some reason. I'm not sure why, because the build quality of this thing, it just seems the same. It's on par with their other premium knives, which I really liked the Karaki and the Kyrix. So it's kind of weird that they did that. Right off the bat, it's got a little heft to it, but not in a bad way. I mean, the size of the knife, it's pretty big. Centering is dead on, so far QC is good. This clip is massive, but it looks pretty good, honestly. Biggest issue I have with this knife is that the pocket is only on one side. It's right-hand flick only, which sucks. It kind of feels like I I don't know. It's like a weird, just the way it's shaped, like so straight and then just curved on the ends here. It just kind of feels like a fish stick or something. I know that's weird. The milling is beautiful. Look at that. You have blue anodized pivot and then a bronze pivot collar or brass pivot collar. You have this marbled carbon fiber on the scales. There are some voids in there. You can see them right there. You see the voids. But that's just sort of the nature of marbled carbon fiber. That would not bug me. It doesn't bug me. So, like, there's things that bug me and things that don't. It's kind of a wave pattern, I guess, on the milling, right? I like it. It's cool. Can't touch the blade back here. Anything else we need to inspect before flickage? I don't think so. Oops. So, let's give her a flick. So, left-handed should be good because it's a frame lock. You don't have great access to the jimping, but okay. Right off the bat, I'm going to say the blade to handle ratio seems kind of weird. It seemed, at least when I look at it from this side, it seems like you get not so much blade for a lot of handle. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Usually their action is pretty drop shut. Okay. You can reverse flick it left-handed or right-handed real easy. Ooh, yeah, that feels pretty good. Yeah, if I was right-handed, it's very slippery though. I'd probably be into this thing. I'm surprised it's not dropping shut. Because normally their knives do, especially with the weight of this blade, you think it would. This front flipper sucks. The jimping is horrible. It is not strong enough. Like, that jimping is not strong enough. Look. Like, nothing. They did go up to the corner, which is interesting, and it looks like they even put a jump up top, but it's just not, like, catching my fingers very well. I don't know. It's weird. detent. Detent seems on point. Maybe it's too strong? No. I don't know. I do not like the way the jimping is set up on this guy. It's just like you don't have enough access to the front flipper almost. Like my Kunwu Tao here is a great example of a front flipper. You have great access up here. This whole tab is sticking out, right? So, bang. You know, they didn't even jump up and around. They stopped right there, and it still catches like a dream, right? This guy, you just don't have that access to the flipper. And the jimping's so bad that you just slide right over it. Like, I'm just sliding over that. Whereas on this guy, if I try to do that, it just comes with me. It's catching my thumb and coming with me. So, yeesh. Yeah, not a fan of that flipper tab at all. And then you have the pocket for the flick, but it's only on one side. It works okay. Like, it's not, you don't get the best access to it. It's a pretty small pocket, but it works. You know what I mean? That's the way to open this knife. Yeah, I'm just struggling with that front flipper. So, not the best in that aspect. Action, it's a little weird that it's not dropping shut, but, you know, I haven't touched it or done anything. There's no, oh, no, I don't feel any play or anything. We could attempt to just back out a smidgen. Centering. Centering jack up there at all? It's a bit better now, but well, no, I think the centering got a little jacked up. So I think just taking it apart, a little bit of oil would probably get this thing to drop shut. But yeah, I hate this flipper tab. It is absolutely terrible. So I'm gonna stop harping about that. Otherwise, it feels pretty good. It's a bit slick, like it's a bit slippery, so to speak. all around. I'm not a big fan of that. It does have oil coming out of it, so maybe it had a little oil on the handles, but ergos, this feels really good, and this feels pretty good. Again, it's kind of slick and slippery, the whole thing. It's weird. So that's where I'm at. Of course, my dog just starts barking. All right, sorry, the FedEx guy showed up with a really cool thing, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know where I was, but anyway, yeah, this one just feels like a miss to me. Like, they had a really good opportunity with this one, I think. I think if you're right-handed, it's going to be a lot better than left-handed, but, man, even then, unless this one's just, you know, a lemon on the jimping, but it is literally just not good jimping. And they usually do really well with the front flippers. Like, the Karaki had a great front flipper. So, I don't know what this is about. It's M390, which is cool. So, yeah, overall, it's pretty good. We can check the edge, I guess, the factory edge, that is. It's a flat grind, saber grind. Yeah, it feels a little thicker than the other two. It's not a super thick stock, but you can just feel it, like, from here. It's just not coming down to as thin of an edge as this guy is. This thing, like, disappears down here. And then the Begleiter, again, yeah, it's just a more aggressive grind, I think. This is more of a, I don't know, non-aggressive grind. I'm not a big fan of the way this is finished either. It's a satin, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of those types of satins. The way it is on the PMP, I like a lot better. You can see those grind lines. Just looks really good. So, yeah, overall, I'm, you know, really happy to check these out. Like, they're all big knives. I didn't realize that. I'd say out of the three, this PMP BigBoy is my favorite so far. You got that great action, nice thin blade, thin blade, thin handle, great ergonomics, 14C, so I don't know what the price is on these. I think they were like 100 and something. Nice wire clip. I mean, look at that thing, right? Then you have the Begleiter. That'd probably be my second favorite. Again, another button lock where it being left-handed kills me, you know? It hurts a lot on this one, but it is a cool knife. A little too big and stuff for me. I think button locks need to be like 3.3 inches. Just, I don't know. It's just for me how it fits best. You can choke up on this. Ergos are really good on it. And then there's the AM8 Flix, they're calling it, which wasn't on the box, I don't think. Not a fan of this jimping in the least. Right hand only, reversible, reverse flick pocket. Really nice materials and aesthetic look to it, other than, you know, the satin's a little bit discolored for me. But really cool knife. Action, I think, is going to break in real nice on this guy. It's got to get used to that flipper tab. Like, there's no way I'm even going to get close to doing this trick because it just slips right off. That's my biggest gripe here, is just that jimping is not good. So, there you go. Thank you to White Mountain Knives for sending these in. I really appreciate when you guys do that stuff. Helps the channel a lot to check loaners out without having to buy everything. Yeah, so thank you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. Let me know what you think in the comments on these guys. And I love y'all, and I will catch you later.